Radio Chingalo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. Good morning with community news. I'm Kennedy Bell Jr. Kindly be informed that we are also streaming live on both the Radio Chingalo Facebook page and our YouTube channel. The headlines: the bad state of Mwekera Bridge worries farmers in Kampinsa. ECZ implored to deal with complaints in the voter registration exercise. People relax in observing the health guidelines. The details: the bad state of Mwekera Bridge and roads in Kitwe's Kampinsa constituency has caught the attention of farmers in Katoka Mema farming block. The farmers complained to Radio Chingalo News that the roads and the bridge become impossible in the rain season, thereby making it difficult for farmers to transport farming inputs. They have since appealed to the relevant authority to work on the bridge and the roads.
Makamaka yoso November December femfranga yaisa pesana talaka bridge kwa kwataka nyaka mwekela kati imyo toka shirafiro okupi ero nchina kwa defi isipeku shalo okukunuma ero kafyashala ku mafuti mwavika kwa mpya shimbo tuntisha kama tumenda pakumea mleno utakwenda lama nishu wafya wena kuku rufyo waba so kula faika wafya batupela kwenchi batwikira poka bridge pa nishu waba kwa weno kuti
bridge ena tulachula nayo kuli nje ndikutwatemo kona tibatuwanisha kufimisebo mwakupita pakutira tutuleichura pantu imyoto kana kujomba shira jombo mumuyendera bridge sintu chikaramba pantu mfipe mwandi nifira shupa pakusenda valingire vatu wafundishako ngokuteko atupangira ku bridge iya kuti yakwata kwa makamoto kashirepita umbe fine cha uti matabanga afina pakuta pale wafya nomuseona wabatashani vatu wamishako pala pele pakuya kuti bridge.
The Governing Party of Zambia, GPZ, is elated that a Zambian company has been awarded a contract to supply vehicles to the judiciary. Sarago General Dealers, a Zambian company, has been awarded a tender to supply motor vehicles to the judiciary. GPZ says empowering Zambians is the only sure way to realize meaningful development. The opposition party further stressed that importing of labor or goods and services should only take place in circumstances where either the Zambians do not have the technical know-how or the financial capability to do so, says Raphael Chiuka, who is a GPZ Deputy Secretary.
Engaging the people of Zambia in the development of our nation. Importing of labor or goods and services should only take place in circumstances where either Zambians do not have the technical know-how or the financial stamina to do so. If this trend is treated with consistency, many of our people will benefit through tenders, thereby creating wealth for the Zambians. Zambia for Zambians by Zambians.
Moving on, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has been employed to deal with the numerous complaints that have marred the ongoing voter registration exercise, and people have been advised not to relent in their pursuit to obtain voters' cards despite the challenges they may encounter when trying to get their cards. Former Kitwe District Commissioner Binwell Mpundu has said obtaining voters' cards is an important component in the electoral process and the only sure way of people participating in electing their preferred leaders in next year's general elections. Mr. Mpundu has called on ECZ to seriously look into the complaints of people so that the electoral body can meet its targeted 9 million people to capture. He said this when he featured on Face to Face with the Community program last Saturday.
So kwebati nangula akasuma kabaleshani isento making sure kwebati tushipitishe tulembeshe. So I don't think that they would want to take that chances. I know and believe that officers they are listening and they are going to improve. So I want just to encourage the residents to stand up and go and register, get registered. And the ECZ must just be encouraged to continue improving on the system.
Now, the Copper Provincial Health Office says reverting to restrictions it lifted after the country started recording reduced COVID-19 cases is possible if people continue with their relaxation mode in observing the health guidelines. Public health specialist at the Provincial Health Office, Dr. Charlie Sakulanda, is worried that the general public has stopped observing the COVID-19 health guidelines, which may lead to a second wave. Dr. Sakulanda disclosed that so far, the province is accounting for over 200 COVID-19 active cases and that there is no vaccine yet.
Us to be having seemingly a bit of normal life. Why? Because twali mama measures to reduce some cases. So, and then a few things were relaxed. Okay, people can go to church, people can go now and play football, people can go to the bath and so on. But if these measures, we don't observe them strongly, we'll end up going back to a situation where the government will say, no, I think now let's just ensure that we go back to where we started. And you will see that no more church, schools closed again, and no football. Other countries, I don't want to mention here, have gone into full lockdown. Because remember, the situation is very fluid. The situation is very dynamic with this pandemic. You never know what will come in December.
The announcement by Kitwe City Council that the voter registration operating hours at the Civic Center has been extended to 24 hours has been received with mixed feelings by some members of the public. Some Kitwe residents spoken to by Radio Chimba News at the Civic Center said the move was welcome and would allow more people to register at their own time. Others, however, advised ECZ to create more registration centers as opposed to allowing people to register at night.
Because abantu abengi bakakwata isuku lyakulembesa pantu tebonsaba kwebataka so batakuba tbalanda tikuwomba 24/7 totena lyanza twatotera ibaseba ECZ kwena ilife bwino wonsina tukipokerera ukukirafira batampire pakubala nombapa wonsina tukipokera pakweba tuli wonse kukyaya poka ekitolo ifo kwamupokera kitwamukupoka na ifo ekitolo tulefalira kwena kirife bwino wonse kutulefalira timukupoka ngefo fino kukirafira yali pakutamba
twinga tumuke mukukopesha voters card 0102 iyo tensambuyo ero kuti aven futi abakulabomba bari bomba throughout chinhu chalari muba bari bomba throughout venanga chako bati bari po kuchitefu ngana abafushako kama polling stations so ati bancha kwendinga greto bari ofat na mona onato bari ofat tepale bari you have to open the new polling stations other than them to working throughout the 24/7.
And GEAR's Executive Director McDonald Jupenzi has called for enhanced security during the process.
In the first week of its commencement, due to inadequate manpower, and also due to few registration centers and registration kits that have been designated around the country. Under their usual Shishita operation, I think we may see a rise in attack of people, especially those who are coming from these registration centers. Others will be robbed of their property, their valuables. So unless the ECZ has put security measures in place, this new decision will be a vulnerable one.
Community news comes to you in the community service of Radio Chingala with compliments of Indo-Zambia Bank and National Institute of Public Administration, NIPA. Luansha Mayor Nathan Chanda has petitioned the Kafu Water and Sanitation Company to consider cancelling the water and sewerage bills for residents of Ron and Patamatu and other surrounding areas in Luansha district. The named towns have over the months been experiencing erratic water supply. The mayor made a petition on behalf of the affected residents during a consultative meeting with a representative of the Kafu Water and Sanitation Company management held at Luansha Civic Center. He disclosed that his office has over the months been receiving complaints from households who have continued receiving monthly service bills from the water utility company despite experiencing acute water shortages. This is according to a media statement issued by Luanshya Municipal Council Public Relations Manager Gideon Tole. And there we end the community news for this morning, day number 16 in the month of November 2020. For these and more stories, you can visit our Facebook page and log on to Facebook and like the Radio Chingolo page and link to radiochingolo.radio12345.com. And remember to wear a mask when in public, avoid large groups and maintain social distance, avoid unnecessary movements, wash your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds. Of course, COVID-19 is still real. On behalf of the entire news team, my name is Kennedy Mbewe Jr. Remember to listen to Ilya Shumchwemba at 10 hours. Have yourself a lovely Monday morning.
Do more with your Indo Zambia bank account by activating your Indo Mobile and Net Banking. Our Indo